We are live. Welcome to the podcast. I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine. I don't talk to him that much, but we were neighbors growing up. My good friend, Tony Zyph. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing well, Mr. Brown. Doing well.
There was a short list of guys I wanted to have on, to be honest, like that I really wanted on. And you're one of them because we spent a shitload of time together growing up.
Many adventures. That is for sure.
Yes. And really one of the number one guys. I don't want to rank anybody because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
Rank me, John.
I'm sure it won't.
Rank me.
But yeah. But the guy I want on is downstairs. Really.
Scott?
Yeah. He won't come on.
He hasn't made one with you yet?
No.
He's probably 10 linear feet from this studio as we speak.
Me and Greg, Loman does a podcast with me every week.
Really?
I try to have somebody else on in the middle of the week, but every Sunday and sometimes Monday, we do a show together over Skype. He's in Minnesota.
Oh, no kidding.
And we have a really good time doing it, but we've been trying to convince the Scott Skillinger to come on the show.
The illustrious.
Yeah. And we decided because I've asked him a lot. Like my rule is I ask twice.
There you go. After that, it's his responsibility.
That's with everybody. I've done that with every person I've asked. There's only been two people that haven't done it after I've asked.
Scott and Steven, I'm guessing?
Nope, not Steve. I haven't asked him yet.
Hmm.
I'll have Steve on anytime, but he's got a new baby and yeah.
Right.
So,
a lot of responsibilities with that.
Scott and my brother.
Really? Ty hasn't come out either?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's family for you.
And the two guys who would be great on the fucking show.
Right.
Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Just spouting randomness.
Yeah.
And pure entertainment.
Yeah, that's all this is.
Constantly.
But me and Greg decided, first we just put it out there like, Scott, come on the show. We put it live on the show. Like, we both want you there. Like, all you got to do is come upstairs, throw some headphones on, and you can talk with us. It'll be a lot of fun.
Well, the thing is, you have to pretend that he's not being recorded because as soon as he sees the red blinking light, it's going to scare him away. He startles easy.
Yeah, he does. He was, I think one of his nicknames was Bambi by somebody. So yes, he is like a very scared deer. But we've actually decided Greg asked his wife through the podcast because he said that she listens to it. She said, Amanda, please. Just tell your husband to come upstairs.
There you go. Catch him from all angles.
Well, now, we were totally talking about it for the third time, we've officially started our campaign of get Scott on the podcast, but he can only Skype it in. He has to Skype it in from downstairs. And he has to tell us what time it is where he lives, what direction the toilet flushes in, because it's obviously so far away.
Well, it's a big trip. It's a big commitment. Probably has to take some time off of work and such.
Yes, because
scheduling issues.
Yeah, one of the times I invited him on, it was a Sunday I think it was either Sunday or a Tuesday or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because he said it's at like 7:00. I go, Scott, it's where you live.
You can pretty much.
I can't make it any easier.
He can almost do it from bed and just talk real loud.
Yeah, just put the Skype on and just get in bed and start screaming.
Right, his comfort zone. Turn all the lights off, shut the windows, close the blinds. And
yeah, comfortable.
Yeah.
He can literally, like, as long as he mutes the sound, I don't want to hear games. But he can sit there and play video games and just, like, chime in whenever he hears something interesting.
There you go.
If he talks once an hour, he talked once.
I'm pretty sure you've actually eliminated all reasons why he shouldn't do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I don't feel guilty.
No.
I asked my brother twice. I said, Ty, would you come on a podcast? And he goes, how's Sunday? And I said, Sunday works. And then I never heard about it again Sunday. So then I asked him again, and he said, all right, it was like the same day. I said, it was like a Tuesday. I go, what are you doing this afternoon? And he says, why? I said, because I want you on a podcast. And I never got an answer back. And that was it. I've asked Scott like 8 times. It's embarrassing.
It's quite coincidental because the last time I spoke to your brother, he was, I ran into him in the grocery store and he was talking about getting together, playing some fighting games, hanging out, like I don't know, like we used to when you were
Mhm.
still living across the street from me. And his exact answer was, "How about we get together next Sunday?" And then never heard from the guy. I actually wasn't sure that he was still alive.
He's giving you the Sunday treatment?
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
I mean,
We're on to you, Ty.
he didn't say which Sunday, so it could still be coming up. I keep my phone
He
on.
is alive. He is still alive.
All right,
So
confirm breathing. That's good.
I don't know if he's going to make it this Sunday, though.
He's got a busy schedule.
Sunday's a rough for him.
Have you spoke to his agent?
I haven't spoke to his agent.
All right, see, you're going through the wrong channels is what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I actually have his phone number.
Written invitation?
I'm
maybe?
writing somebody who's answering back, but I'm not sure it's him.
Right.
It could
So
really
he's
just
like,
be-
I don't know who this
just
Thai
some
character
asshole.
is, but
Well, did you
whatever.
hear about there was a fighter in the UFC who was coming out to terrible intro music for years?
like, how terrible are we talking?
I mean, like just the worst music you could think of.
Wow,
And
that's pretty bad.
And they approached him once and said, "Yeah, we keep getting your texts when we ask you about your, what music you want." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I haven't gotten any texts." And evidently some guy just had his old number and was like, "Holy shit." And he was just texting and like, he must have been at home watching the fight and just been like, "Oh my God, I have this fucking power." The UFC is texting me and saying, "What do you want to come out to?" Just some slob at home.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
It's a lot of power for a man.
So the slob at home was picking all the
Yeah,
music.
he was giving him terrible music,
Oh, that's priceless.
like Prince and stuff like that.
The fighter's coming out. He's like, "What? I'm supposed to be getting geared up for this? Somebody somewhere is killing my motivation."
Well, yeah, he was just thinking like, these guys are just picking terrible music for me.
Oh, that's.
And then they're like, "Yeah, we
classic.
get your texts," and he's like, "Yeah, no, you don't."
I haven't even heard from you
Not
people.
not from me.
Who is this, by the way?
Right? And they had his old number, and some guy just had it.
Well, I used to do something like that around town. They had the app on your phone where you could mess with the jukeboxes all around town. So I'd be sitting across the street and I'd start playing terrible music at the bars across the street. Just watching people pour out. Call up my buddy who's over there. He's like, "Somebody keeps playing Britney Spears and we can't get them to stop."
Someone's bought 6
Like,
slots.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. It sounds awful. You should come over here.
Yeah. And the thing is with Keene, like there just is endless amounts of bar across the street.
Oh yeah, there's like 13 places right downtown that you can walk to.
Yes, I remember the old stomping grounds.
Mhm.
I don't go out anymore.
No, it's been quite some time since I've seen you on about.
Yeah, I'm no drinker anymore. I've stopped that. I wasn't good at handling that.
Too busy trying to pull people's arms off their shoulders.
Well,
Right.
want to talk about it?
Oh, I saw all the trophies in the living room.
Yeah, I'm
And
kind of a
I
big
do
deal,
rem-
Tony.
I do remember those old aches from arm wrestling over at your place growing up.
I'm a big deal. I don't know if anybody's told you.
Over the Top 2, starring
Seriously.
John Brown.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We've actually talked about in practice with my team making a parody video of Over the Top
Oh, great.
because of how ridiculous it really is. And we watch it quite a bit. Like it would probably surprise most people how much a professional arm wrestling team watches Over the Top.
Wow.
It's on almost all the time.
It's still relevant.
Yeah, it's just silly. It's ridiculous.
What was the guy's name? Lincoln Hawk?
Yes.
Oh, perfect.
It was Lincoln Hawk
I'm going to turn
and
my
Bull
cap
Hurley.
backwards.
and Bull Hurley.
You know, I actually just saw on the internet there's some German dude who's born with some condition to where his right arm or left arm or something like that is like 50% bigger than his body.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like just looking at the photo, it's obscene.
Yeah, he's not that good of an arm wrestler.
No.
No, because it's not really useful. It's a defect on him. I mean, it's not for the sport, but yeah, it's not muscle. It's just
not
tissue.
muscle?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird tissue. I mean, if it is muscle, it's not working for him.
Are we talking about the same German guy? Like won a couple of world championships? The thing is he arm wrestles in like the 140, 150 weight class.
Yeah, 154.
And so you know
I
exactly
think
what I'm talking about.
I mean, I don't want to say he's not good, but he's not as good as he looks like he would be. You think he'd be just killing people,
Right.
and he goes to worlds and he doesn't do
Ah,
particularly well.
so the internet just sensationalized him.
Well, yeah, he looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean,
on paper, it looks great.
yeah. There's just ways around that, like that.
Like
big,
actually being good at arm wrestling.
That, I mean, I think he's actually a pretty good arm wrestler. It's just that whatever his problem is that makes that arm look like that, it's not from training. He was born that way, like Lady Gaga would say.
I was born this way. You almost just got water spit all over your fancy microphone.
I know.
Been great. Last time I'm invited over, backing up all your stuff.
12-minute podcast with Tony Zyph ruined everything.
Great finale. Everyone gets electrocuted and the house burns down. Brilliant.
Well, I'd be able to collect the insurance money and get a better microphone.
Oh, man.
We can only dream, Tony.
Right?
You can only dream. But what's been going on with you lately? I haven't talked to you since our high school reunion, which was actually a pretty good time.
It was.
Johnny Jenga was fucking
poor turnout, which I've spent the couple of weeks after that running into people who should have been there and telling them exactly why they should have been there. Mostly because they still live in town and it's a terrible fucking excuse not to go hang out with a bunch of cats that you went to high school with.
Yeah, that's true.
Losers. After John Brown went through all the trouble of organizing it.
I'll take the credit.
That's just disrespectful.
Keep it going.
Disrespectful.
Me and Marissa.
Marissa did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she did. I mean, I'm joking, but with the keep it going, because she probably did, I'd have to say 70% of the work.
There you go.
For sure.
Well, that's a hard 30 that you picked up then.
Yeah, I did like the last 30.
Right.
Which was like get all the food, last minute running around, all that shit. Like I did that. But as far as like renting the place and all that, she did all of that. And coming up with the idea.
Logistics.
And coming up with the idea. Like I wouldn't have done it. No way. The only reason we did it is because I found an old talent show tape. And I was like, oh my God, this is gold. Like this is from like 2001, 2002. And then Scott's wife, Amanda, had a tape from 2003 that I didn't even know about of me playing. But on the talent show tapes was all the Funkadelic hipster shit, that dance group. Awesome. And she was part of it. So I took the screenshot of it and I sent it to her. I said, looky what I found. And I hadn't been through the whole video yet because I converted them all to DVD because, you can't lose that shit.
Oh, no.
And she said, why don't we do talent shows anymore? They were so much fun. And they really were. Like, if you weren't a part of those, there was shitloads of fun.
Oh, so entertaining.
Yeah. And like
from on the outside looking in.
You were backstage and shit too, because we just let our friends back.
Yeah.
They were like, nobody but performers go backstage. And we're like, yeah, except for all those guys, because I like them, come back.
Right. They're emotional support. You got to let them back.
Yeah.
They're making the show.
We called you guys road crew.
Right.
It's like, pick up the patch cord. And you're like, yeah, I'm part of the crew. Get out of the way.
Look at me. This is wicked important.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here holding this mic stand that nobody's used the entire time.
Just hanging out backstage.
Just in case.
And I sent her a screenshot and she said, why don't you do talent shows anymore? I go, I don't know. Let's just rent a warehouse and do one. And she goes, we should do it at our 10-year, or I think I said, we should do it at our 10-year reunion. And then she messaged me saying, have you heard about it at all? And I said, nope. And she goes, let's do one. I said, okay. And then we just started doing it. And I really wish, I do wish more people showed up. The people who showed up were really fun, but it would have been good to see everybody.
Right. I mean, one of those things, the more the merrier.
Yeah, I think so.
But it definitely was. It was, it was kind of odd, like the people who did show up when you compare it to everybody who said that they were going. Because I heard for weeks, oh, yeah, John Brown and Mercer are putting on a 10-year reunion. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be there. You going to be there? Fuck yeah, I'm going to be there. And then 3/4 of those people that I see almost on a regular basis, none of them showed up.
Yeah, we're talking to you sons of bitches.
Yeah, they all know who they are.
And there was, I will say, for some credit to some people, that there was a softball tournament going on for like a cancer. It was for cancer.
Yeah.
Which is like, fair enough.
Right. But
cancer.
I mean, I played in that softball tournament too.
Yeah. I would have.
I lost after the third game.
I would have poorly played softball.
That's what I did.
Well.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, nobody invited me.
The dudes had to use a wooden bat. That part was not great. Turns out it's been a long, long time since I swung a wooden bat. And if you're not cinched right up on that, boy, howdy, does it sting.
Yeah, I could have swung a tree and I wouldn't have hit anything.
Oh, man.
I could have swung an oak tree and I would have just been nothing. I would have been getting heckled by the stands.
Stir up quite a breeze, most likely, though.
Oh, that's all it would do. And hurt my shoulders.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I'm a good arm wrestler, but I'm really not much good at anything else.
And after sprinting around the bases once or twice, I thought to myself, man, I used to be in good shape. Definitely not anymore. Definitely not.
I know. I hear from so many people. I don't have this problem yet, luckily, but I hear from so many people who like will do a pickup game and then they're done like the next day and they're just like, I've never been so sore in my life. And I just go, really?
See, I found out the hard way that I'm not a sprinter. I'm endurance. I went up Mount Monadnock actually a couple of weeks ago. Rolled out of bed all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, maybe slightly intoxicated from the night before.
It's hard to believe, Tony.
My coffee in one hand, cigarette in the other, right up that mountain. No problems. Like, come to find out, I can't run around a diamond to save my life.
You are from Troy.
Yeah. It was a very specific breed.
Oh, God.
Lots of training, about 20 years worth of training.
Yeah. I was telling Greg, because obviously Greg was from Troy too. I remember kids from other towns would come over and party with us, and they would just be
dropping like flies.
They drop like flies, and then the ones who did keep up, we'd be like, so we're going to be like tomorrow night, same thing?
Right.
And they were like, what?
Same time, same channel.
Are you fucking crazy? We're like, no, we don't think so.
We're bored.
And also, I've been thinking about it. I don't know how you burn down a forest, because if anybody should have, it was us with those fucking fires we had out there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come to find out, they put themselves out at the end of the night, or at least they always did for us.
I don't know if we just had magic fire.
Extremely lucky, I guess.
And Greg brought up a memory that I actually forgot about. I can understand why, but when we breathed fire with the Jenkins rum.
Such terrible decisions.
Yeah, don't do that if you haven't.
What about lighting the remnants of the bottle on fire and everybody's looking at it? Oh, that's cool. That's cool, until it explodes. You remember that one time that we were out camping and we hadn't used that particular site for like a year and a half or so. And we're having the fire. I think there was only a couple of us. And all of a sudden the fire starts exploding because the guy whose property it was, come to find out, he buried a bunch of old shotgun shells at the bottom of the pit and didn't tell us.
Oh my God, yeah, because I was close to the house.
Yeah.
Was that the butthole?
It was right on the other side of the butthole. It wasn't in the butthole per se, more or less the taint region, maybe the grundle.
It's sad that makes so much sense to me. We used to have a hangout spot where we'd all just hang around and drink, smoke cigarettes and weed, and shoot BB guns into anything we could shoot,
including each other.
Including each other, and we used to call it the butthole. And I don't know why.
I think your brother came up with it, and that's a terrible name. You guys want to go party in my butthole? It's out back.
Which is what he would say to every new person that came through.
Right.
And almost everybody said, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really on them.
A surprising amount of people would be like, hell yeah, I want to go check out your butthole. Where is it? Point right at me.
It was fun out there, the giant bridge.
Yeah, that was cool. It was a lot cooler after Dave actually built a bridge instead of it just being like, try to get across this river when you're drunk.
I think it's really cool that you remember Dave, because I don't. I do now.
You know, I still see him every now and again.
Really?
Like, hey, how's it going, Dave? Nice to see you. How's Donna? He's like, she's a bitch. Life sucks. Oh, well, that's great. glad to know that everything's come together for you.
He used to just come out and drink with us,
right?
With us kids, and just be like, well, the fucking wife.
Yeah, you had to figure there's a reason why a 30-something grown-ass adult was coming out to party with a bunch of 19-year-olds.
Fucking 16 at that point.
It all makes sense now.
We were still in high school.
Oh, yeah, we were.
19.
Holy crap.
We started young, Tony.
Yeah.
Painfully young.
Young enough to where I can remember smoking what had to have been like my first summer of smoking cigarettes on your porch. And having my mother march right down that street to berate me in front of everybody. Yeah, that was a cool memory. What are you doing? Nothing. Watching these guys smoke cigarettes?
Watching these guys say, I'm just telling these guys how bad that is for them.
Bullshit. I was watching you from the kitchen window.
That's right. We're neighbors.
Yes.
Not the mom. Just tell them how bad it was, like you told me.
Yeah, it was poor decision making. Got a lot better at these days.
That's good.
Not much, but
well, you can't be 100%. You know.
No.
What fun is that?
It's all about progress. I mean, 1% a year. I'll make that 50 before I'm 50.
We're all works in progress, Tony.
Exactly.
That's what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
I almost never say that, but I do now.
It's a new thing.
It's new. I'm gonna say it I'm gonna get tattooed on my arm.
That's what I always say from this point forward. Starting now.
All right.
Wait, starting now. Okay, not
all
starting
right.
now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make the work in progress pact here today that we will not continue to make any progress.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I just remember every time I think of you, I think of Captain Morgan caramel malt liquor.
I do recall that.
Because you brought a 6-pack once, if I remember right.
Yep.
To party, and it was just like, you can't drink this, Tony.
No.
It's like fucking sugar.
Yeah, it was pure sugar.
It's maple syrup with alcohol in it.
I think that was actually the night that I'd gotten out of work late, and I was supposed to be there hours before, and so it's pitch black, no moon, nothing. And I'm finding my way out there with like little votive candles. I crossed the river, no problem, walking through the woods.
This was like a mile and a half out in the woods, by the way, people.
I'm surprised I even made it. Odds are I should have ran into a bear and died.
I don't know how any of us ever, like, a lot of us made it out there with no business doing so.
It's impressive.
Sometimes a dog would lead us, Maggie.
Right.
Because she would come through like in a fucking rocket. We'd be out there partying at like 2:00 in the morning, and we just hear footsteps coming.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, and then it would speed up, and it was like, oh, okay, it's the dog.
Right.
There was a few times like people would just come out and party with us, and we're like, you better fucking make your presence known, because
some random people too.
Yeah, and it's like, you better make your. Could you at least say who you are so we don't think you're fucking cops? We don't jump in the river and throw all of our beers in it.
I recall the cops only made it out there once.
Mm-hmm.
And it was towards the end of our career partying out there. We had built like the sickest campsite that we ever had, because we were all almost adults. We're like, you know what? We're going to put some work into this instead of just like digging a hole, throwing some rocks around it and getting tanked. We like built a campsite. We had a cook rock, whole 9 yards, dual fire pits.
Yeah.
And that's when the cops finally decided to rain on our parade.
Yes,
I think it's because Greg's younger brother pegged a dog in the face with a rock.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it ended up being. Dave's dog, because Dave's wife called the cops on us because the dog came back, nose was all busted up, or she like saw it out the window or something. I remember Garen didn't like that German Shepherd for some reason.
Weird.
Weird.
Loman.
Yeah.
Jew.
I mean, it's starting to make sense.
Yeah. Greg's my good Jew friend, I call him. Did you see that article about the KKK?
Oh, how they're letting all kinds of people in right now? Dude, it's got to be a trap.
It's got to be. Scott told me about it. He's like, dude, I saw this on Facebook. I didn't read the article because I just don't read articles. He's like the most honest, uninformed person you'll ever meet in your life. He'll tell you exactly how he feels something should be, and you'll go, why? And he goes, I don't know. It's beautiful, because there's so many people that should fucking say that, and they try to explain their points.
That's a bold move, admitting something.
It's seriously,
like that.
It's great. It's a lot of people should do that. Debating is for the educated.
You gotta have facts.
Yeah, you should be able to at least discuss. If you're trying to discuss it, you should be able to discuss it. And me and Greg went back and forth on Facebook, basically just making pun words out of clan. It's a clanspiracy, that kind of thing. And I was just so happy because I didn't know how he was going to take. Like, I didn't, obviously I didn't post it because I'm like, yay, finally I can join the KKK. But you just don't know, like, especially in today's day and age, how people are going to take anything.
Oh yeah. I
wouldn't want people to get offended by me.
Oh no, you can't go around offending people, John.
No. No, feelings are the number one thing that you should never hurt.
Right. Do not stomp on my feelings.
I'm delicate.
Because if you do, I won't grow up to be a beautiful butterfly.
Okay. This got uncomfortable.
Yes.
Tony's just staring into this. Like,
Yes.
he's staring into the invisible like sunset that's not in here. It's dark.
Oh, you mean they can't see me? I was striking a
No.
I was just doing my blue steel, and nobody at home can appreciate that.
Tony looks like a very young Clint Eastwood.
Yes.
He's got a black button-down shirt. He's dressed so much better for this than I am. I'm wearing an Austin City Limits t-shirt on.
And non-matching socks.
Yeah.
It's like you're not even taking this seriously.
I didn't even know. I'm a fucking baby. I'm a 28-year-old baby.
Who's responsible for dressing you? I bet those jeans are dirty too.
They certainly are dirty. They're very
are.
dirty. They're my work jeans, which is bad. I work at a place where there's a lot of oil and horrible things. Mostly the people.
Me too. I work with some very terrible people.
There's nothing quite like blue collar jobs
No.
to really show you what the world is really like.
Oh no.
Because it's so funny to me that people who discuss society who haven't gotten out of college yet.
Oh yeah. All these college kids with grandiose ideas.
It's
for
like
how
you don't
the
even pay
world should
taxes
work.
yet. What are you talking about? And then you have really no idea what it's like if you haven't been in like there's no more justice you'll ever have anymore than a factory floor or on the fucking roof of a house.
It's crazy.
If you fuck up, people will
They'll let you know.
You want to know what a bully is?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what, you'll walk into a factory a boy and you'll come out a man.
Oh man.
One way or another.
I can recall I've actually been running jobs these days. I made foreman. And
Look at you.
so
You're dressed like a foreman.
I got a fair amount of power. Like when I get up on the top of that roof, I'm basically king shitted turd island. And oh man, I tortured the shit out of this kid the other day. I kept looking over my shoulder and seeing him standing around. And we're doing a job where it's probably at least a quarter mile across and down like 4 flights of stairs to get back to the truck.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I saw him standing around, I'm like, hey, go grab this from the truck. He'd get back. I'm like, all right, now go grab that. He got back. All right, now go grab this other thing, just to see if he would get it. And he kept standing around. And then come lunchtime, like I have to keep reminding myself, the kid's only fucking 19. But like I'm sitting there trying to eat my lunch. He sparks up a cigarette, blowing his drags right in my face. Get out of the truck. I let him get back in right before I start taking my nap, and so he hops on the phone, starts making a bunch of annoying phone calls about he wants to get like he's got a pile of a truck, but he wants to put chrome stacks on it, wants to get a lift in it. Like the thing barely starts.
Uh-huh.
So I look over at him and I was like, this is how you reckon up my nap time? Get out of the truck. We're going back to work. Everybody else is like, oh, why are we taking such a short lunch? I don't know. Ask the new kid.
Because of him, yeah. Ask him.
The new kid.
Yep.
Torture him for me so I don't have to.
Yep.
Oh, they laced right into him. I thought he was going to quit by the end of the day. He
Oh,
hasn't yet, though.
Yeah, we've had some guys come through the factory where we've literally had to I've told people, like, if you hung out with me growing up, you wouldn't be the way you are right now.
No.
Like,
you would have had that part of you beaten out of you. 3
days into a job, guy, you go, hey, there's not much for you to do, so mop the floor. And they look at you and go, nah. You're 3 days on the job.
What do you mean now?
Yeah.
You get over there and you mop that damn floor.
We had this guy, and we always come up with really, sensitive nicknames. Yeah.
Yes.
And we had this really, to call him Chubby would be like, really understating it. But we called him Wilbur. So you can kind of picture what he looks like. This dude is sitting down on these portable steps that we have that, like, I've sat on them to work on a machine, and it's like sitting on a meat tenderizer.
Oh.
It's horrible. Like, they're made so you step on them and don't slip. Like, that's the design. They're not supposed to be sat on. It's just I had to do it once, like, to work. This kid just sits down on them, and he's got to weigh like a good 300.
So he's like molding around it.
Dude, it would be like if I sat down with a 125-pound person on my lap on those things.
Wow.
It would be terrible. I'm like, how the fuck? I'm just with another worker who's been there for a long time. I'm like, how the fuck does he sit like that? How the fuck can you sit down like that?
He's like, I just want to sit, man.
He's like, I've been standing for 16 minutes, dude. Don't you understand?
I'm all out of breath. I'm starting to sweat.
I'm
and
so
chafe and
tired.
stuff.
So tired from all this not mopping the floor that I just got asked to do. And it's like these people fucking think like they're like, yeah, I'm not getting paid shit. What the fuck? It's like you
there's
don't
only
do
one
shit.
way to start getting paid better.
Yeah, and it's like you don't do anything either. You got to understand that. Like I asked you to do something, and you said no.
Oh no,
so let's give you a raise.
That would not fly. That would not fly.
No.
I had this kid come through the other day. He's like, oh yeah, I got all this experience. I used to do this. Used to run my own crews. I was like, oh, that's cool. Go pick up that trash over there. He's like, what? What are you kidding me? No, you got to go pick up that trash.
You were that then.
And so I tear something awesome. Now you got to go pick up that trash too.
You weren't that now.
I mean,
get to work.
I started picking up trash. I went over to that joint. I'm like, yeah, I got 5 years experience steep roof. And they're like, all right, now you're going to be a flat roofer. And you're going to make $10 an hour. It's like, dude, I just got done telling you. I used to make $20 an hour under the table. They're like, yeah, we know. Here's $10 an hour.
Yeah, heard you.
Go pick up trash.
Sorry, so sorry. My producer just dropped his iPhone.
Man down.
That's me. I'm the producer.
I'm surprised it didn't break.
I've never broken an iPhone.
Really?
Nope.
I had this kid I work with the other day. He's like, oh, yeah, check out my sweet iPhone. Check out my sweet iPhone. I can do all kinds of stuff. Comes back in the next day with his old iPhone. Oh, what happened, champ?
Shattered.
Sport, tire. It's like, oh, I threw it when I was mad and drunk. And
broke. What an asshole.
Like, go figure.
Yeah. You don't deserve an iPhone if you're going to get drunk and throw it.
There's all kinds of things that you can throw that aren't going to break.
I had a boss.
Pick up a rock.
For some reason, this is kind of off topic, but not really. I had a boss years ago who was a fucking prick. And I mean, it was to the point where, I mean, if we ever saw each other, we've seen each other a couple of times and he just doesn't
even acknowledge you.
He doesn't even deal with me because it's one of those things where that's the best scenario for him to do. Because he was a serious this guy was insane.
And coming at you for no reason, just trying to pick up fight every day.
Yeah, like he had a really big problem with me, and I had a huge problem with him. And he was a psychopath.
Is it plugged in all the way?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just half broken.
Yeah.
Neat.
Tony's judging my goddamn mic equipment.
I'm not judging.
I was like, what the fuck is he looking at? He's looking at something like it was a fucking bat in here. But
it's a ghost.
But this guy called me in the office, and we used to have like fucking knockdown, drag out fights, like in the
like screaming arguments.
He raised his voice a whole lot more than I did. He was a fucking idiot. There was no reason to yell at him. But he literally looked at me one day, and this is no fucking bullshit. He looked at me and goes, "You know, me and you we're the upper 5%." And I went, "What?" He goes, "Like, if there's people out there that they're just a little better than the rest. And me and you are part of that group."
Is this like his twisted idea of a fucking motivational speech?
I don't know, because I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck just happened, but it's over. Like,
I don't know what kind of sick cult you're trying to get me to join in, man.
That's Nazi shit.
I'm not down for it.
That's Nazi shit. Like, me and you are the master race, dude.
Oh man,
we're fucking crushing this shit. Like me, you, Michael Jordan, we're gonna fucking take over this shit. Like. I literally looked at him and said, we're over. Like, we're not talking anymore. You're a fucking psychopath.
Like, yeah, that's the end of this conversation.
Who the fuck says about themselves, oh yeah, I'm part of the upper 5%.
Alpha, bro. We're alpha.
Yeah. I'm your boss on second shift.
Yeah.
The upper 5%. Yeah, clearly. Yeah, I work 3 to 11 because I fucking made it.
The top percentile of humanity right here.
Like, what a fucking moron. So, anyway, the actual story was this guy had a pinky brace on for like 6 months once. And one of my coworkers said, "What the fuck is with your pinky brace?" And he goes, "Well, I probably shouldn't say this, but I got drunk and I punched the wall and I tore a ligament in my pinky."
What?
And I'm like, yeah, that whole I shouldn't say this part.
Yeah, you
should have been louder in your head.
You let off with should have been the end of the statement.
That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
that
smooth guy. Smooth guy. Had a kid that I work with. He comes into work one day, got a couple of stitches across his head. He's like, oh yeah, I tripped over my cat and I face planted into a wall. Did you now? Did you? Come on. Come on.
I tripped over my cat.
Like, I got drunk and I started arguing with my girlfriend, so I headbutted a wall.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's the ticket right there.
He like ran into some guy's fist.
You don't make that poor cat your scapegoat. You own your problems.
Yeah, we had this kid once. His name was Jeremy. I don't remember his last name. I wish I did because I would say it. This kid was a fucking he's a work of art, if you ask me.
Wow. A real Picasso of a gem, huh?
Oh my God. I have a few stories about him. They're all fantastic too. And he was only at the shop for like 3 months. And he just such an impression. We still talk about him to this day.
Oh, nice.
At the shop. Like we all so remember that kid? Yeah, that kid was fucking great.
Oh, perfect.
He says
sounds like entertainment gold.
Oh, it was beautiful. And this is all we have in factories and jobs like this. We have people to shit on. This is all we have.
Hell yeah, brother.
This is all
it makes the day go around.
There is no such thing as bullying in these kind of jobs.
Oh no.
That's the only beautiful part.
You can if you want to call something like bullying or something, you walk in the first day, be like, oh, I'm being harassed, I'm being bullied. After that, you know exactly what you're getting into, and you signed up for it by coming back to work.
Yeah. And know what you can do? You can just correct what you're being bullied about.
Yep.
For the most part.
Just take away the ammunition. And we'll find something else to make fun of you about.
Yeah, and just don't be the weakest link.
Oh, no.
And somebody else will get bullied.
Yeah, every group like that has the weak link.
And just don't say anything stupid because there will be 6 dudes who are just going to tear you apart
all day.
Being a fucking moron.
All day. Mention that you have a young girlfriend. Perfect.
Oh,
so
God.
tell me all about it.
Yeah, tell me all about her, please. But this kid, we used to work second shift, and he was like, we were all going to work, not all of us. There was a few of us that were going to work Sunday morning at 6 to 11. And like nobody wants to do that,
God, no.
But it's double time. And nobody wants to do that on second shift either because you have to go from like, you're not used to getting up at fucking 5 a.m. to get into work.
Yeah, you're getting out of work at like 11, 12, something like that.
Yep.
So yeah, you got to go home immediately, no wind down time, just go right to bed and get up and get ready.
Yeah, it's just terrible. And this kid's like, oh yeah, I'll work Sunday. And we're like, really? He's like, oh yeah, I used to do this all the time at my old job. And we were like, okay, that's certainly not going to happen, but okay, you'll work Sunday. So we show up, and of course he's not there. The boss comes out, who's now passed away. He was kind of a dink, but I actually didn't get along with him too bad. He wasn't as bad as the fucking psychopath, the 5% guy. He wasn't as bad as him. So he comes out with this big smile on his face. And we're like, what's up? He's like, oh, Jeremy called and he said his cat kept him up all night. And we're like, what? He goes, yeah, it would have felt better if he would have said that pussy kept him up all night. And I'm like, exactly. We just fucking laughed our balls off. And that was like number one. That was story number one. This dude came in one night and he had a girlfriend who I know pretty well. And she was a hua. We'll just say that. And we all need them. Yep. Like the world needs them.
Yep.
Believe me.
Yep.
And so I'm definitely not trashing her. But he comes in, he's like, oh yeah, my girlfriend needed to borrow my car today. And we're like, why? And he's like, oh, she's, she gets kind of bored because we work different shifts now. And my friends are going to hang out with her. And I'm like, oh, dude. And I'm like, dude, you can't do that.
No.
You can't let that happen, man.
Oh, that's awful.
And I couldn't tell him that I knew her, especially at that, like maybe today I would have, but like at that point I was just a kid. And I'm like, no, this is going to be bad, right? He comes in like 2 weeks later. He's like, dude, you never guess what my fucking girlfriend was doing.
Oh, what is it, man?
You never think you could fit a train inside of a fucking car, huh? Like his friends were fucking just...
And he never even made that connection. My girlfriend, scandalous girlfriend, is gonna go hang out with a bunch of dudes while I'm at work.
A bunch of my buddies.
Ha!
Yeah, they're gonna keep her company.
Weird.
Jesus.
She gets real lonely. Oh Christ!
It was the best.
How old was this kid to not make that connection? You had to have been what, 12?
At the time, I was like 20 or 21, and he had to have been the same. Maybe 22, 23.
There's no excuse then.
This kid was just a fucking idiot. It was really beautiful to have him around. I wish he'd come back.
Ooh, did he say something just absolutely crazy? Like, how could she do this? I loved her.
Oh, yeah. It was all that.
Oh, perfect.
How could she do this to me? I'm like, well,
Yeah. I mean,
If you would
physically, it's very easy. Emotionally, it couldn't have been that much of a strain either.
Yeah, do we need to sit you down? Well, when a man loves a woman.
Or when a woman doesn't love a man,
Yeah,
and
at
she'll
all.
go out and do certain things.
Yeah, in your car.
Oh, with your friends. Maybe even over at your house.
What a prick. I love that. I do not advocate women fucking men over like that, except for that guy.
Extramarital relations.
Except for that guy. Please keep doing it. I hope they're still together.
I wish them a long and happy marriage. Life.
At least life marriage. Like, it doesn't have to be official. Yeah, there's nothing better than factory and just like construction justice.
You know, until I became a roofer, I never really thought I enjoy the pain of others. Come to find out, it's something that you learn. It really is.
It is. Yeah. I mean, well, the thing is, like, there's very rarely that anybody comes through you want them to get hurt, or you want them to.
Oh no, not physical pain.
No, you just it's just so much fun to see a guy squirm.
Right.
From getting bullied.
Like, just hope that they do something stupid so you can shit on them for a little bit.
That's really what I do to all my friends too, though. I mean, that's.
Yeah, it was the Troy way.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh God.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that, like, I don't know.
During high school, all you Troy kids are assholes. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Is there like a follow-up to that statement? Because we already knew that.
Yeah, that's not like a big secret.
I fucking grew up next to all of them. I know that they are.
Yeah, it's a hard way to live, guys. Sorry. Troy was not, you didn't grow up in Troy. Troy grew you up.
Yeah.
That's really what happened.
Yeah. There's no concern about other people's feelings.
No.
None.
No, me and Greg told a story about this kid who I won't name, but we used to invite him to come play video games with us. And you might have been there for a couple of times. And I say a couple of times because this happened a lot, where we'd invite him to come play video games, and he'd come because he had controllers for the Xbox. And we'd invite him to come play. And then every time we'd take his controllers and go, okay, you can leave now. Every time.
Oh, that's awful.
It is. I don't feel good about it, but it did happen.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
M.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
M2F.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant.
Shit. Oh, I forgot about that nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was him. It was just
that's awful.
So mean. I mean, it's terrible, but it does happen. It did happen.
Fucking a decade later.
But that fucking kid's better for it.
Yeah. It probably. No, I mean, he probably never learned his lesson.
I mean, my brother and Greg used to pick the fuck out of me and you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
Hell yeah. Toughened me up.
Yeah, those guys were rough on you.
I recall.
But there's nothing like the positive I see out of that is every time that we're around our friends and they try doing that shit to you anymore, you have something to say immediately. You're quick because you develop.
Training. It's training.
Right. It's the fucking counterpunch.
Right.
You don't start crying.
No.
You don't fucking freeze up. You don't leave. You fucking punch back.
Yeah, you take it like a man and you hit him back as hard as you can.
Yeah, you just keep
verbally.
Yes, I mean we're all talking. Yeah, but that's what stops all that shit, and that's what makes it fun. Like, really, what you realize with friends who are like that is that they, like, when they're shitting all over you, they want you to laugh as hard as they're laughing.
Right.
And that's the whole point. And then once you learn that, it's like, oh, this is a lot of fun.
I tell you what, if I hadn't had that training, roofing would have fucking eaten me alive.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Christ. I see kids coming in without that training, like we're
every
one
of them now,
and they get like all upset and like all sensitive and stuff. Like, they're, oh, can I get a cool nickname? Like, my friends used to call me the General.
Ew.
Yeah?
No, they
used
did.
to call you the General?
No, they didn't.
Sure they did, pal.
What do you think they called you behind your back, buddy?
And like, all these kids are like, oh, you probably never had to deal with it. You grew up with all these kids. I was like, fuck you, dude. My nickname was Princess when I started. Fucking Cupcake, Pumpkin. Christ. You got named after a flower. You should be thankful.
Oh. Yeah, I remember some of those partying days where it was bad. But it was a lot of fun, and it made everybody way more funnier.
Yeah.
Like, once you were in it for a couple of years, it was like, oh, this is actually, I get it now.
Mm-hmm. Especially once you start growing up and you see like the next generations coming up.
It's bad, dude.
Like, and how soft a lot of these kids are. Christ.
It's seriously bad. Like, if somebody hurts your feelings, you deserve what? I don't get it. It's just the world I don't live in. And I'm not even saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I don't understand. It's the idea that you don't have to develop into somebody who can fight back.
Right.
Is beyond me.
Well, even the fact that you could be like, if I can, like a victim, and it's okay. You can't pick on me because I'm sensitive. You can't say that to me. Yeah, I can.
A grown-up victim,
right,
of first-degree feelings hurt.
Oh, like, some of the guys, they'll actually go back and complain to the bosses and stuff. Be like, oh, they're picking on me at work. Oh, you got to be nicer to them. Yeah, which one said it?
Yeah,
and they tell you.
Oh, exactly. Oh, yeah, who's talking shit?
I thought I was working with a bunch of men out here, not little girl children. Right,
yeah,
toughen up.
Was I mistaken?
Give it back.
It's ridiculous to me. That's what the whole, like, every special interest group now has their version of whatever privilege. You know, you hear white privilege, male privilege, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, I understand what they're saying, but like, the whole point of all this is they're all raising their hand and saying, no, I have it bad. I have it rough. And then
you should feel sorry for me, not that guy.
Yeah, and then the other one goes, no, I have it bad. I have it bad because I'm black. No, I have it bad because I'm a woman. And it's like, no, we're just all we all have it bad.
Right?
What are you talking about?
You all have it as bad as you let it be. You want somebody to stop picking on you, make them stop picking on them. Hit them back. Hit them where they hurt. There's no other way around it. If you continually present yourself as a target, you're going to be a target.
Well, it's just odd, too, because, you know, not that I'm trying to pick on these groups or anything, because whatever, but it happens individually, too. Is like, you can't say that because that's generalizing. You know, you hear that a lot, generalizing. When you say white privilege or male privilege, you're generalizing that every white guy or white person has a huge advantage. Like, I know a lot of fucking white people that had no advantage.
Wait a minute. What advantage did we have? I don't think I had much of a fucking advantage at all.
I was telling Scott today, I go, because it came up at work, and I said to him, I go, I knew like kids who had perfect home lives and grade A, you know, straight A's, and they did everything right by the book. Then I knew other kids who were, you know, in jail by 19 years old.
Right.
Like, we know those kids.
Oh yeah.
There's kids who, like, from Troy, that if I saw them today, I hope they don't recognize me. Oh, yeah. Like, there's just people that, like, I'd fucking hop a fence to get away from these fucking people.
So many people from high school. I'm like, please don't recognize me. Please don't recognize me.
I mean, and they were all white. So I don't understand, like,
where's the privilege?
I mean, I do understand, like, the idea that, you know, minorities have had it rough.
Right.
Minorities of any kind, whether it's women or, you know, women gets me because there's more women, but they're minority.
Weird.
It's just how you treat yourself.
Right.
But when you say male privilege, white privilege, you're generalizing that every one of those people had an advantage, and that you know, a lot of them imply also that everything that you have now is because of that.
Right.
And it's like, no.
I'm a foreman at a successful roofing company because I'm white and I'm male. That also happens to be why I can lift more and work harder.
Well,
than some of the other white males who worked there.
Well, Scott brought that up earlier too. He's like, you know, I say, the way I put it is that women are better people, but men are better animals.
Oh yeah. I'm like a great animal.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Somewhat shoddy of a person at times.
Right. I mean, that's every dude is.
Right.
Every dude is. And it comes down to what we need. It really does. And
sometimes you got to be a little savage.
What's the number one thing you want?
Place to sleep, food to eat, and I want one of those women.
There you go. You want sex. I mean, it's just, there's nothing wrong with what either one of us desire.
Oh, no.
But we desire different things. Or we desire the same things, but the list is just interchanged.
Right.
For the most part.
Right.
And I'm not a 10. You know, I'm not. I'm like, if I'm a 5, I'm doing good. But I can convince an 8. that they should give me a shot
There you go.
because I'm an animal.
Talk a good game.
I need to survive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do
Like
what you gotta do.
yeah, and like women they're very like utopian, meaning they talk about the way things should be, which is I really love. That's what because I would never think of that shit.
It's great that you have a phenomenal game plan like that, but how are we gonna go about
Right.
making that happen?
Okay, then there's real life.
Right.
Like it should be like this. It should be like that. Yeah, it should. Correct, but it's not even close. Which it's great to have that, like to have that heart. But we know how it is. It's rough. Life is rough.
It's not a nice caring world out there.
No, we're all just
a bunch of fucking savages.
Yes, it is.
Goddamn barbarians.
And then there's the guys who, they go through the like what's called now on the internet the white knight, which is the ones who are like, I'm so ashamed of men.
Oh Christ!
I'm so ashamed
Give me a
of
fucking break.
I'm so ashamed of my race. I'm so sorry that
I can't believe that the male gender has done that to you for all these years.
Right.
They're a bunch of pigs.
And the thing is, there's a group of women out there that don't realize that those guys want the same thing that every other guy wants. That's their version of getting it.
Right. It's
and
just
it
an
works.
avenue towards the same goal.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes it works.
I mean, yeah, and some of those people are like that.
Right.
And God bless them, but
or the don't friend me zone guys. Oh, blah
God.
blah blah. I'm stuck in the friend zone.
Stuck in the friend zone.
Shut
up. Like that's the thing too. Like I was telling Scott,
shit makes me laugh.
the biggest problem we have right now, as far as men versus women, is that women need to admit that sex is a lot of fun, that men need to admit that love feels good.
Yeah, because
those are two things that, like, for some reason, women are like, well, not really. No, seriously, it is. And then men are like, love fucking stinks. Fuck that. And it's like, no, it doesn't.
Hell no, man. Love's a very comforting thing.
Yeah,
to love somebody, know that they're like gonna be there and support you and love you and fucking that they're gonna be there and also to have sex with you. I like that part at the end too. That's a great part of love.
Last but not least. But it's there's a lot of that shit where it's like when you're around a table with 60 of your guy friends shitting on women.
Oh, it gets
that's awful. Where you should. I mean, that's where it's it's okay. It's nothing wrong with it. And you don't have to sit around and go, but guys, seriously, love is fun. Am I right? Because you're gonna get shit on for like a good 45 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But it's okay to know it. Like it's all right.
We don't express it all that often.
No.
I mean,
we express it with our girls.
Yeah, it's relatively the same thing where women want guys to like show emotion and fucking like be all sensitive and stuff. There's a time and a place for it. I'm not gonna be all weepy and sensitive at work because I'm surrounded by a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, right. You're sitting around with your buddies at work and working, and you're like, man, I'm just feeling kind of down today.
Right, guys. I haven't been happy in a little bit, and like it's not sunny out. I just feel real down. Oh yeah. Well, fucking buck up and pick up some trash.
I feel like I got some just some weird dark cloud around me, man. I just don't get it. And they'll just be like, yeah.
You're kind of making me uncomfortable. Could you go over there?
Take you and your vagina and get out of here.
Right. your weepy vag over there.
Because it's one of those things too where if you look at what I don't want to say the media because like not the news, but like media, like movies and TV shows presents us, is that you'll hear a lot of times women will say, women are not porn stars. Like men have this weird twisted, some men have these weird twisted views of what women should be like because they watch way too much fucking porn.
I believe it.
It happens. I mean, it's not even one of those things you can really argue. There's some fucking idiots out there that are like, no, that's the way it should be right there. She takes it wherever I want, whenever I want. And it's like,
Christ, no.
That's
awful.
You fucking psychopath.
That's fucking terrible.
Right. And then, but here's the thing. The other side that you don't hear much about is that the other side is that there's a lot of fucking movies out there that women watch and they go, but men should be like that.
Hell yeah.
Like The Notebook.
Oh, Christ. If I'm a bird, you're a bird.
Oh, shit.
Or if you're a bird, I'm a bird.
Oh,
John.
shit. I don't even like. I'm gonna say this. That movie's fucking overrated.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's bad. I just think like people were like, this is the fucking best. The best. And I'm like,
as far as love stories go?
Yeah.
No.
No, I mean, it's good, but
that I feel like that movie is engineered to fucking tug on heartstrings.
Yeah.
Just the way that it's all set up, the way that it portrays itself. Because like I've seen it happen. I've actually talked to women about this. One of my ex-girlfriends from fucking way back when. She's like, "Oh, I saw that movie. That was blah blah blah. I didn't even cry. She's talking about watching it on TV with like commercial interruptions, like the slight cutting and stuff. And like the commercial interruptions gave her a chance to like regain her composure. I sat
like
her
a
down.
boxer.
Yeah. It's like the breather in between rounds. I sat her down and I made her watch it all the way through. She's like, this is so sad. Something about it, man. It's got like a mystical power to just pull those tears out.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I mean, don't get me wrong.
You want a good love story, Princess Bride.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely. Anybody want a peanut? I mean, it was fucking, that's just the best.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father.
I'm prepared to die.
I'm prepared to die.
We were watching that shit in high school.
I think everybody will be wearing masks in the future. They're terribly comfortable.
And the thing is, like, there's so many people that don't know how fucking great that movie is because the title sucks.
Right. Oh, I don't want to watch a movie called The
Princess Bride. What the fuck?
Ugh.
No, it's
Ugh,
got
what
Andre
is
the
this, some
Giant.
chick flick?
Andre the Giant breaks down a door with his fist in that movie.
Right. Fucking brilliant.
Inigo Montoya's like fucking running into the door. This big wooden door that's not going anywhere. And Andre the Giant just walks up and just smashes his fucking meat fist into it.
Oh, it was great.
And that bitch goes down. And I was going to say something, but it escapes me.
But it escapes you.
We're just going to think about it for a little while.
Putting on your contemplative face.
Yeah.
Biting the thumbnail.
I do like a touch of awkward silence on the podcast every once in a while. My cousin was here, and he was on it for a little while, and I was intentionally being quiet.
Like pausing just to see what it'll do.
My cousin's a really like anxious, like a ferret, like really like he's hilarious. Like if you listen to that podcast, it was so much fucking fun.
But you got to keep like feeding him the strings.
No, he's just one of those. I call it ADD radio. That's what I texted him after we were done. I'm like, that was fucking ADD radio.
ADD, like, hey, I've got ADD. Hey, you want to go ride bikes?
Yes.
Nice.
I mean, it was seriously like we talked about horses, and a horse bit my thumb years ago, and we were talking about it, and he just goes off on this shit. And it was great, and it was funny. And then like 10 minutes in, I'm like, yeah, so the horse bit my thumb. And he's just like, oh, shit, I forgot all about that. I'm like, don't worry about it. I'm not afraid of a tangent. And it happened like a couple of times. So he's just this kid who he gets something in his head, and he starts talking about it, which is great for this because that's all this is.
Right.
We're just talking. Like me and you didn't talk about what we're going to talk about today at all.
Well, that's the tagline that you fed me. And I was like, well, what's it about? You're like, oh, we're just going to sit around bullshit.
It's about bullshit.
I love doing that. I'm real good at that, actually.
Yeah. The thing is, it's been funny, and I've said it a couple of times, that every person I've asked to be on who was nervous about coming on, which is everybody has been, except for Greg. Greg really was like, yeah, whatever you want. But everybody's been kind of nervous about coming on. And then they come on and go, oh, I'll come back. Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah.
It's fucking talking.
Right.
Like, we're all buddies. My cousin, I know he has like fucking hours more in his dumb head. Just filled with, just everything. And I'm like, you're coming back.
Thoughts just waiting to escape.
Yeah. I mean, you just say stuff and you just sit back, and he's just like, blah, 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 blah. And then I just sit there and look at him.
Nod.
Silently. And he's like,
ever so slightly.
And every time he goes, okay, anyway. I'm like, I just love doing that to him because he's so anxious. And he's even like, he started talking about it. I want to talk about it with him more. But for some reason, we just ADD'd it somewhere else. He was like, I kind of suffer with some anxiety, because we were talking about money, and he had anxiety about money. And he's like, I suffer with some anxiety about money and all that kind of stuff. And we really didn't get into it that much, but it was one of those things where I just know there's fucking hours worth in that kid. And it was an hour and a half. And it was like, I was exhausted at the end of it. So they're trying to fucking rein this kid in. And just like
looking for a towel.
And just abusing his anxiety. Just being like, just staring at him. just silently. He's like, okay, anyway.
Wow, that sounds almost maniacal.
It is.
It's
Well,
great.
He's my my Aunt Krista's kid, so my mother's side. So it's that you remember my mom, fucking weirdo, but
Phenomenal person. But
right,
yeah, fucking weird.
right. I mean, but that's the whole family. Like that's not one. There's fucking 7 of them.
Really?
Yeah,
There's more.
Yeah, and then my cousins are
Crap.
the same, and we just. You think we were all bad with like our friends and shit. Like our family, that side of the family is the same thing. We just sit around shitting on each other. So
Yes.
like, there's no way to offend those guys. So like when I abuse him like that, he loves it. Like there's a piece of him that just can't stop coming back, which I really appreciate. Because there'd be some people that would be like, dude, that's seriously not funny.
Oh,
It's
no.
seriously not funny.
Oh, it's seriously everything's funny.
Is there anything you can't make a joke about?
No,
Right.
No, man. No
Right.
holds barred.
Right.
No holds barred. Like I don't know about you, but I've told some truly awful jokes in my day,
Yeah.
and I laugh at them every single time.
Yeah.
Every now and again, I'll tell when I work, and a couple of months later, it'll come back to me and somebody else telling it. I'm
And you're like, that's my shit.
that's still funny. Even hearing it from
That's
somebody
still
else.
funny. I thought
You're a
about that.
terrible person for repeating it.
I've thought about that 3 times
great.
and I'm still laughing at it. Right. And the thing is, like, I don't think I've ever laughed quite as hard. I was at work with Scott on second shift years ago, and my mother died when I was 17. I'm 28 now. And we were working with one other guy, and we were at lunch, and we were talking about Mother's Day, or they were. And I said something, I just like contributed to the conversation or whatever. And Scott looks at me dead in the eyes seriously and points at me and goes, "Shut the fuck up, your mother's dead." And I don't think I've ever laughed so fucking hard.
Oh, dude,
And-
that's so hilarious.
and our
awful at
coworker
the same
was like-
time. Mortified.
Yeah,
probably.
he's
like, I can't believe you said that.
And this was a dude, like, you couldn't offend him either. Like, he was one of those guys. Like, he was in the same cut from the same jib of like, you can't fucking hurt my feelings. And he's looking at me, he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm just like holding myself like, "Oh my god, that's so fucking funny." Shut the fuck up, your mother's dead.
Oh, dude,
And
that's seriously awful.
my cousin Jack, who was here, their mother passed away probably 3 years ago. And it wasn't unexpected, but still, it doesn't make it any better. But one of my cousins made a joke saying that like they got an email or a call about like, buy your mother flowers for Mother's Day. And she was like, all she wanted to do is just yell into the phone,
My mother's dead.
"My mother's dead!" And just bang up the phone. And they're all just dying laughing over it. And it's like, is there a fucking better way to live life than to have that kind of, openness to receive anything that comes your way?
Right. Well, I mean, once you get that kind of, instead of letting something like that and a statement like that, like really bum you out and stuff, fucking laugh. Appreciate it for the joke that it is.
And like, there's no friend better than somebody who will look at you and say that shit.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
So I couldn't.
That's a real pure.
Like, I don't know if I'm
relationship
that
you
good
guys
of a
got
friend.
there.
I don't know if I'm that good of a friend. Like, if his mother died, I don't know if I'd ever be comfortable. I would be now because he did it to me, so I know I can. But like, I don't know that's so fucking brave to take that first step.
Right.
Your fucking mother's dead.
Well, it's the initial crossing of the line that really scares most people. Like, they don't want to offend anybody, but
Right.
once you try to offend somebody and you find out that, hey, I can't offend them, fucking no holds barred. You can say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah,
It opens up a
there's-
whole new ball game.
Yeah, the only time that anybody will ever do anything to say something around me that I have a problem with is like when they're serious, like hatred towards something. It's like, dude, you're not fucking joking.
Right.
Like-
yeah. Well, you can usually tell something.
You can
like
always
that,
tell.
like by the look in somebody's eye or
Yeah.
like the tone, their
Yeah.
body language.
You can always tell.
Right.
And like the whole thing where
I'm
jokes.
sure he didn't grab you by the shirt saying your mother's dead.
Your mother's dead, you fucking piece of shit.
It was probably your
Shut the fuck
fault.
up. Yeah, you fucking killed her. You fuck.
You didn't love her enough,
You suck so.
obviously.
Yeah, she died to get away from you. But like the whole idea that jokes diminish victims and that kind of thing. It's like, man, no, jokes don't diminish anything.
Right.
So if you make a fucking joke,
Well, the fact that you tell a rape joke so you're obviously a racist or a rapist. Wait a minute.
Gotta say.
I'm sure we could craft a joke like that.
Certainly
would say all those things.
You certainly could.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. But, to think that, jokes diminish anything is ridiculous.
Right. That you empathize with them any less just because you're adding some levity to the situation.
Yeah. It's like, listen, horrible shit happens to everybody all the time.
All the time.
And if you make a joke about anything, your views on that thing you're not lightened up about it. If Joan Rivers I thought she was one of the funniest fucking people ever. And I don't think that's like a fucking, breaking ground here.
Right.
But she used to make rape jokes, 9/11 jokes.
Oh, she was an awful person.
And
hilarious.
I heard 9/11 jokes come out of her mouth where you're going, ooh, like, holy shit. And I never once thought like 9/11 didn't mean as much as it did before.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't diminish the fucking power of that horrible fucking day where I was leaving French class. I remember where I was.
History class.
Oh.
Dude, I remember I got home, I turned on the news, or before I even turned on the news, I was talking to my father like that. He called me a fucking liar. He's like, there's no way something like that happened. Turned on the TV, he's like, holy shit. I never got an apology, but I got a nice heartfelt holy shit.
You motherfucker. You fucking liar.
You little bastard. I'd hoped you were lying.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was leaving French class. I took 3 years of French, and I don't know any of it.
Christ.
Good school system.
Yeah, hell
Boom. Yeah. I passed every goddamn quarter, semester. I don't know what you call it now.
And it's funny. I took 3 years of French too. I took French 1 in 9th grade. I took French 1 in 10th grade, and I took French 1 in 11th grade.
Yeah. We were scholars. That's what I would say.
I always used to do real good on tests.
Like
if you send something home with me, odds are you're never gonna fucking see it again.
Yeah, my older brother was in our English class.
Yeah,
what, 2 years in a row?
Oh man. Hey, Mr. Hale, what this,
shit.
that, and the other thing about World War II? Wow, let me tell you. And that was the end of learning that day. I swear to God, you want to be a history teacher.
That was a fucking great class though, because remember we used to go to
5B.
class. And then
lunch at 5C and then go back at 5D.
Yeah, what
were those fucking teachers thinking? Oh man, that was glorious.
Most of the time we didn't show back up for 5D.
Oh, we didn't get anything done in that fucking class. We had a stellar fucking crowd in that class though.
Yeah,
I think
we did.
Back on that. That was probably one of the coolest classes I ever had.
It was the breakfast club every day.
Right.
That's literally what it was.
I mean, if you take metal shop out of the equation, that was the highlight of fucking high school.
Mr. Wright, shout out Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
The only fucking guy.
He's living in Colorado, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yep. Living large. I think in Pueblo.
You friends with him on Facebook or something?
Fucking, yeah, I am.
I gotta go rectify that. I'm gonna have to do that fucking right now.
Right. Do it, yes. Not live on air.
Right now.
Tony's doing some shit right now.
Yeah.
But Metal Shop was the only fucking class that taught me about life.
Well, that's what he used to call it. He's saying, I'm not necessarily teaching you about metals, but I am teaching you how to live your life. And neither one of us are in jail at this moment, so he must have done something right.
He did okay. I think he did fine. That motherfucker, he taught me, he sat us all down. I remember the first day we were there, he sat us all down and said, what do you think a good wage is? And I think one person said like, $10 an hour. Like $10 an hour is pretty good. And okay, $10 an hour, 40 hours, $400. He goes, that's pretty good, right? Every week. And then he's like, crosses that out. He's like, taxes, it's gonna be like $330. And we're like, oh, he's like, yep. So like, what do you think, a decent rent is? And he went through the whole list of every bill you pay and asked us what we thought was, reasonable. And then we ended up with like, negative $350.
I remember that. He starts talking about benefits, then like trading X amount of your starting pay in return for like a guaranteed review or 2 reviews a year and stuff. And basically he outlined like how a specific career could like make or break us financially. Yeah. And I fucking remembered that. I took that with me.
That's some serious shit.
Hell yeah.
That's serious shit. And there's not one person that heard that I know about that forgot. And he's like, so is $10 an hour a good wage? And we're like, I guess not. And he's like, yeah, that's not even with kids or a wife.
I see a Mike Wright on here. John Brown and 31 other mutual friends. I'm
Senor.
assuming that's the cat.
I'm gonna use my French class and si, senor.
All right, let's
Look at
befriend
this.
the matey.
Look at this. This is good stuff.
Making connections.
Right here.
That's what Facebook's for.
This podcast is helping Tony make his life a little bit better.
Tony, we can help stop Ebola. Let's support organizations working in West Africa so they can stop the disease and save lives. Donate or keep reading. How about I X that out? Oh, yeah, I feel a lot better about Xing that out.
That
now.
poor son of a bitch that doctor that is in New York that basically, did more in one day than anybody does in like a fucking week. That, was like, oh, I guess I do have Ebola. And it's all over the subway train and the bowling alley and everywhere else I was, at. I guess he's been cleared.
Really?
Yeah. But
so
evidently.
So he never had it or?
No, he had it, but they've cured it.
Oh.
But this is something I should I'll look it up officially. But from what I understand, if you had Ebola, your semen,
you hemorrhage.
Oh,
internally,
dude,
everywhere.
You turn into like goo. You turn into a bag of goo.
It liquefies your organs.
Yeah, it's certainly not a way you want to go. You just turn to mush.
Sounds awful.
It's not
like a bag of just terrible, awful fluids.
If there was any kind of hell on earth, it would be that.
Ugh.
Let me search the Google. Dr. Ebola.
Oh, that just sounds awful. Paging Dr. Ebola. Paging Dr. Can I get a new primary healthcare physician?
Yeah, I did not mean it to come out that way.
I'm not really enthusiastic about this one.
That's a horrible. This is what a fucking bad headline that is. Doctor cured of Ebola. Released with cheers, hugs.
And hugs?
Yeah, it doesn't even say and hugs. It says cheers, hugs.
Cheers, hugs?
Yeah. But
that sounds marginally better than other hugs, like normal hugs. I want cheers hugs.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? But I heard you can't, your semen holds on to it for 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
It's going to be the worst sexually transmitted disease ever.
Seriously.
Besides KIDSs.
What's that mean?
Kids.
Oh. Yeah, remember the whole thing where I, didn't go to school very much? I don't know. It doesn't say anything about it here. But yeah, I heard it could possibly stay in your semen for 3 months.
No shit.
Because I think one of the first people who got cured years ago, they were like, yeah, you're free and clear, dude. We've tested you over and over again. And you're completely clear. And then he had a checkup 50 something days out and they found it in the semen. So now they're like, it's 3 months. So my question is, can you just not have sex or can you not jerk off either?
Only wearing latex gloves in a fucking sterile environment.
Seriously, you have to call them. I jerked off again, and they just have to come in big
hazmat suits,
big suits, and just light your clothes on fire, light all your socks on fire.
Oh man,
because that's dude, we gotta fucking ask this shit.
We gotta keep this under control.
Where
else have you put that pecker?
Because I'll tell you what, if you told me I can't jerk off for 3 months,
them's fighting words.
You better not if I. Murder's allowed. It's like the purge for 3 months. For fucking 3 months. Because seriously, there should be a pressure gauge for men.
If you're telling me I can't do that, you better send over a trained medical professional to take care of this for me.
Seriously, because there should be a pressure gauge for men. Where women just walk by and go, oh shit, I better fucking do something about this guy. We're all gonna be in the fucking paper if I don't release some of this pressure for this dude right now.
I had heard that even as adults, most dudes if they go a while without release, they'll start having wet dreams again. Even as a 35-year-old man.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I don't want all this build up in here. Your body's dude, you take care of it, or me and the brain are gonna do it for you.
How hilarious is that?
You either make this a conscious decision or us unconscious folks.
That's how we're
take care of it.
And that's how fucked up we are, women, is that we can actually just come while we're sleeping with no Nothing but our brains.
Yeah, no stimulation, no whatever.
We just wake up and go, oh.
Look around. Hope nobody saw that.
Jesus. Did I piss the... Oh, no. But 3 months? Fuck that.
No dice.
Although, like, day 89...
I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
I'm going to gamble.
It'd be a great day.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking good. I don't know if you'd ever be able to go back. You'd be like heroin. Like searching for the first one. Like, you just never got it.
The initial release. Oh, it feels so good.
But fucking Ebola. Me and Jen Gorin still talk every once in a while. Well, yeah, a lot still. And we decided that if either one of us get Ebola, we're just going to fucking fly out to wherever we are in a NASA suit and just fucking watch like end of the world movies until one of us turns into goo.
Nice.
So like this whole fucking stop Ebola shit, like I got a Ebola party planned. Like fuck you. I'm just making the best of shit, okay?
Wait, you mean it's not like chicken pox where if one of you gets it, you just spread it around all your friends real quick?
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Huh. Come to actually alter separate subject. Turns out that's child abuse these days.
What?
Yeah. Fucking, you remember how like when we were younger, like I already had chickenpox before I met you and Ty.
Yeah.
But like how one kid would get chickenpox and
right.
then fucking like the family friend circle or whatever, they'd go around, they'd fucking expose the rest of their kids to it.
Yeah.
Fucking get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Turns out it's child abuse now. Instead of having some minor insignificant fucking illness as a child that takes you out of school for a few days, basically causes discomfort, mostly for the parents because the fucking kids at home this whole time itching and whining about it. They're gonna keep you away from it until you're an adult, to where if you do happen to run into it, it's gonna fucking kill you.
Right. Yeah, it's a problem for adults. But now it's child abuse.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Come on.
Because you're exposing your child to an illness. You're a terrible
You know
person.
what's weird is that, again, back to these fucking special interest groups, is that they're willing to do harm in order to prove a point. And they just don't understand. It's one of those things. I know they're not trying to do that, but that's what they're doing. Like this woman, this transsexual that's fighting in the UFC now. Have you heard about this?
No.
I'll look it up because I need to know the name.
Wait, a transsexual that's fighting in the girls' leagues?
Well, yes, was a man, is now a woman.
That sounds completely fucking unfair.
It is. And you know,
change up your lady bits however you want. You still have the muscle.
Really, the bone structure is really the big problem. But of course, I mean, yeah, it's a problem. And I don't have a problem with anybody who wants to be whatever. I don't
kick so much ass in girls' UFC.
But the thing is, this is nothing new. Like this kind of thing has always happened. It's just not talked about much, or it wasn't talked about much. But now, being a transsexual is kind of obviously more enlightened in society. Like people understand that this kind of thing does happen.
Right.
So it's not like, you know,
they're almost sensationalized. Oh,
well, a little bit.
So-and-so got a sex change. They must be really in touch with their inner person,
right,
to realize that they want that.
Yeah, this her name is Fallon Fox, and she used to be a man, and what I understand is she fought women before anybody knew this, because like she just looks like a muscular woman,
like a China.
Yeah, kind of, like not even that bad. Like there's a picture.
Yeah, it doesn't look too much like a dude.
Yeah, it just looks like a muscular woman.
Yeah.
And I guess she fought a few women and fucked them up pretty bad. And like, of course, you're a large structured woman. You're a unnaturally large structured woman. If you were a woman and you took testosterone, that's illegal.
That's legal?
That's illegal.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a certain level of bone structure and musculature that she has that a woman will never have. Ever. Unless she abuses drugs. Right. Which you're not allowed to do.
And still at that time, like she'll never equal what like the peak of what a man would normally, because all throughout like the developmental stages of their body and stuff, they haven't had that.
Yeah. The thing, like men's shoulders and hips are different than women's.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just not like a woman's hips are like if you look at the bone structure of a woman and a man, as far as like the hips area is completely different. Like, of course, they have babies. It's not the same. But the problem is that she didn't tell anybody, and she fucked up all these girls. And then it comes out, you know, this used to be a man. Obviously, that's an issue we got to talk about anyway. But the problem is that there's a lot of women out there, a lot of feminists coming through saying you have to allow her. You can't treat her like any less of a woman because she's a transsexual. And it's like, listen, you're going to fuck some girl's career up. She's going to go in there and get like her orbital socket crushed.
Yeah.
To prove your point. That's what you're going to do. Like, you're going to injure healthy, trained women because you want to prove a point that the transsexual is 100% woman. And you know what? In society, she should be 100% woman. Hey, you want it? What's it fucking matter to me? I don't care.
Wait, so she's obviously making less, right?
Oh, full circle, Tony Zyph. I love you.
But no, but that's so terrible. One, she should be stripped of all title and all rank, holdings, whatever. Is she levied a fucking astronomically sized fine? Because that should be something that you should tell before you get into it.
And the thing is with me, I'll also be like very
those
clear.
Women should have a choice whether or not they want to fight a dude girl.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be very clear as if you know that this woman used to be a man and you're a woman who still wants to fight her, fucking good luck to you.
Right.
At least know. Yeah. I mean, if you want to sign your life away like that, you're going to tell me like, hey, you're going to arm wrestle this dude, but he used to be a grizzly bear. Like, if I still go, fuck it, sure. Like,
and you get your arm fucking
torn break off. My arm. Like, well, are you gonna pay me? Yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. I'll give it a shot. The worst that's gonna happen is I'll lose.
Right.
Like, if you're gonna pay me, but if you don't know,
right,
that's some serious fucked up shit.
Like, that's a weird looking fucking.
And there's feminists out there that are like, you can't diminish this woman. You cannot diminish her. She's 100% woman. And it's like, you don't understand. It's not what she is in society.
Yeah.
Like, when she goes to the grocery store, even if I know that she used to be a man, I'll notice I've said her and she the whole time. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. Whatever makes her happy. Right. Fallon. Right. I don't know what your first name was, but you know, I don't care. It doesn't. I'm
not going to treat her any differently. But when it comes to
except for I'm not going to try to fuck her.
Right. Right.
That will be different.
Yeah. Yeah. Much different.
We'll fist pound a lot.
As far as like treating her with respect, hell yeah.
Yeah. Right. I don't give a fuck.
Utmost respect.
Yeah,
I don't got no problems with that.
But when you're coming to beating up women, it's a fucking issue.
As far as I knew, it was illegal for a dude to hit a chick, and now you're saying this one's kosher?
Yeah, and the thing is, it's happened before in sports. There was a tennis player years ago who was a shitty fucking male tennis player, and then he went off and had a sex change, came back, and was dominating tennis.
Oh yeah.
Well, this isn't even a fucking strength sport. It's tennis.
Do you what was it? It was a number of years ago or something that the Williams sisters are like, oh yeah, we can hold our own against any man on the court, any man, blah blah blah. Like I think, like, don't quote me on this, but I think they said something like they can beat any guy in the top 50 or something like that. And so they played against some dude who was like ranked like 60 something, fucking crushed. And so they played against another one, fucking crushed.
Wow.
Like, there's like athletically, there's a large difference.
I wonder if there's a big difference.
Female.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a difference between like hand-eye coordination or reaction time with men and women.
Probably not so much that, but like
speed, ball speed, or something like that.
Well, like you had mentioned, shoulders are different between men and women. So I mean, that's a large part of tennis. Like, you're moving that specific part.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting to talk about. Like, some people would just be like, "You're sexist for talking about like." I've been called every ism ever, which is ridiculous to me because I don't get like it doesn't.
I had always kind of thought you were a pretty tolerant person all around.
Like, because me and Greg started talking about politics on the last podcast we did, and we didn't get deep into it. But he goes, "I don't even know what you are," and I'm like, "I'm a fucking human being,
right?"
Like, if you're all the way on one side or all the way on the other side,
then you're wrong.
Not fucking thinking.
Then you're wrong.
You're not thinking anymore.
No.
Because, like I told him, I said, I think the government should fucking leave me alone, not kill me on taxes. And if you want to own a gun legally, go ahead. But I also believe that gay people should be able to get married. And it's not really my choice if a fucking woman gets an abortion. I don't have to feel good about it, but I'm not a woman.
Right.
And people are like, I've had people go, "You're a conservative." And then other people are like, "You're a liberal." And it's like,
Yeah, and both of them are probably on the other side, and since you disagreed with half of what their side
Right,
is
what the
thinking,
fuck
you
you
must be
talking
the
about?
other side.
Right. So it's like if you actually want to talk about problems, a lot of times you're labeled that problem. Like if you go, there's a fucking serious problem between men or between fucking blacks and whites. There's a certain fucking percentage of these people that are fighting, and the rest of us aren't.
I
And
just
you go,
want to
"Well,
let
you're
everybody
racist."
listen to this podcast that I don't condone John Brown's racism.
It's a serious problem.
I'm just putting that out there.
Tony's blacker than I am. He has a tan.
In the summertime, I am.
Yeah.
I lighten right up in the wintertime.
But like if you bring up like no, there's a problem, like, and it shouldn't be like, you know, the group of people that everybody sees from media and all that kind of stuff are always fighting.
Yeah.
But then like the 95% of us that are just hanging out in real life, we don't have a fucking problem. What are you talking about?
Well, it's because the media's not going to sensationalize two moderately thinking people
Yeah, that's boring.
having a discussion.
Yeah.
What they're going to do is they're going to choose the fucking deep south fucking guy and the upper crust fucking Seattleite to fucking sit there.
White
and go,
is right. Get the fuck out.
No
Get the
holds
fuck
barred
out my
fucking
house.
grudge match.
Right, exactly.
That's what fucking people want to see.
He's a fucking asshole. That's way more entertaining than like, no, I kind of like everybody. It's okay. Like, they're
Right.
like, boo.
Right, two people getting there on the news from two different factions and sitting there and agreeing with each other.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see that.
I think we should just all get along. Me
Yeah,
too.
Me too. So what else are we supposed to be talking about?
Like my cousin. Anyway, yeah, exactly.
So
Is that it? Is that all of it? Is that everything? Okay, well. We have 22 more minutes in this program.
I think we
so.
covered all of our bases. You want to go have a drink?
Yeah, exactly. But I forgot what I was going to say again. I'm a fucking moron. That's one thing I have learned about this podcast. I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I'm not stupid, but I'm not stupid. But
I learned it good once.
But like I really don't have a good memory anymore. I remember like all the fucking shit that we did. Like I remember all those times and stuff, like all the like memories, like long-term memories and stuff.
Right.
I have all that. But like my cousin told me about this movie, and I'd have to look it up right now because I texted it to myself that day while we were doing the podcast.
Just so you
And he's
remember.
like, "You're texting shit to yourself?" And I'm like, "Yeah, because I'll fucking totally forget."
Hell yeah.
And then I forgot that I texted it to myself.
I get the same thing. I'm like, I could have sworn I was talking to somebody about a book that I should read or a movie or something. God, I should have written it down. Then I think again.
Then you write it down.
How am I going to write it
forget
down?
that.
I have a pen or a pencil. And I actually do write something down. And where did I write it, John?
Yeah.
Nobody knows where I wrote it, John. Nobody can help me.
I'm really happy that I'm not the only one that has this problem. Dewey Cox.
Oh, Walk Hard.
Yeah, I guess it was like as a parody of
Yeah, Johnny Cash.
Yeah, and he's like, "Dude, you got to watch it," because he was quoting it, and I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's
What
like,
was he?
"You never seen that movie?"
Was he quoting the Stand for the Little People?
No, something about marijuana.
Oh yeah! Come on, Dewey, try it. I don't want to get addicted.
Yeah.
It's not a habit for me.
Jesus Christ!
I don't want
Everybody
to
knows this.
spend all
Fucking,
my money on it. It's the cheapest drug there is.
everybody
Dewey.
knows this fucking. Yeah, it's the cheapest drug there is, dude. It's this movie that everybody's quoting, and I have never seen it, so I had to watch it. But I have to actually remember that I've texted it to myself
dude,
to watch it.
you got to watch that. It's actually pretty funny. If not just YouTubing the specific drug, because it goes like throughout the whole thing. Like, so he starts smoking pot, like he gets talked into it. He comes back, oh, what are y'all doing? Oh, we're doing cocaine. What does that do? It turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
That sounds pretty fucking good, doesn't it?
And then he gets into fucking, it's the next logical step in your drug progressions. They're uppers and downers. And at the end, he's like all clean and stuff. And he walks in on the same dude, fucking hanging out with a couple of women, like the same drug scene. Oh, what are y'all doing? We're doing Viagra, Dewey. Oh, no, I don't. You want some? No, I don't want none of that. But Dewey, it gives you a boner. How can you not want any of this?
I gotta watch this fucking movie. It sounds great.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I just gotta remember that I texted it myself the second time.
Right.
Fucking
Well, the
idiot.
thing is, you have to retext it to yourself so it's at the top of the list again.
It's so bad.
Right.
I don't know what it is because like I have a good memory. I swear. I'm trying to that's not at all like I'm trying to convince myself. But I do have a decent memory. It's just like for some reason these short-term things killing me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well, especially doing something like this. What did we talk about 5 minutes ago?
I don't
What
know.
did we talk about 10 minutes before that?
Bitches coming.
Oh,
Ebola come.
touche.
You come into a sock and you have the NASA suit guys that they come and burn it.
Yeah. All right.
Seriously, like you just get in your iPhone. I came again. Someone's gonna come clean this shit up.
This hazmat team down here stat. I don't know where it went. I know it's somewhere in this house.
This could kill
you guys
New York
better
City.
come out and take care of it.
This could destroy New York City. Could you come take care of this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Dewey Cox. And I had something else to say too, and that's gone.
Another good one, as long as we're on the subject of movies,
Fine.
that you might want to check out is have you ever seen Idiocracy?
I think I did.
It's a Mike Judge film.
Yeah.
And he interrupted me while I was watching Ow My Balls.
Isn't that when like he goes in the future and the people are fucking retarded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
They're
one.
like, we don't understand why the crops aren't growing. We're giving him Gatorade.
Right.
It's the fucking best.
It's Gatorade. It's got what plants need. It's got electrolytes.
He's like, why don't we just give him water? And they're
like out of the toilet? That was another fucking gem.
Yeah.
I would recommend that to everybody.
Yeah, Idiocracy was actually pretty good. I remember they were showing it on Comedy Central for a while.
Yeah, I've seen it on there a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't watch, like, I'm so bad. I watch old movies.
Really?
That's all I fucking watch.
Dude, you gotta get into some of those new superhero fucking series.
Yeah, that's true. I do.
Started watching Gotham. That's pretty fucking
The show?
badass. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that was good.
Yeah.
You know what I watched in the hotel room was that fucking Sleepy Hollow? No. No, I watched that everywhere but a hotel room. That's my only rule. In hotel rooms, no. Everywhere else, yes. But that Sleepy Hollow miniseries or show that was, I don't remember what it was.
Really?
But it was fucking addicting.
I have heard good things about it.
Because it sounds silly. I'm like, oh, I fucking
Oh, the
watch this
Headless
shit.
Horseman come back or something? Yeah, okay. Change the channel. But
Yeah.
I see previews for it all the time on some of the other shows that I watch, and it looks rather entertaining. I could probably give it a shot.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. But yeah, I just watch old movies and shit. Like,
Nice.
I don't know why.
Like, now are we talking like old movies or like old classic
oh, like
movies?
Charlie Chaplin.
Oh,
Silent, no.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Just silent movies.
Let me know when you start getting into them talkies.
talkies. But no, I get like stuck. Like I'll listen to Jay Moore, his podcast, and every once in a while and stuff like that. And
Nice.
like Keitel, I'll watch all those movies like Bad Lieutenant and shit like that, just because you forget how fucking great that guy is.
Oh yeah.
And for some reason, I can only do impressions of Jay Moore's impressions.
Really?
Yeah, and like they're not very
It's an
good.
impression of an impression of an impression.
Yeah, I'm not a talented impressionist.
Like
but
impression.
the microphone picks up your drumming there, young man.
Ah, man.
That's me.
Hey, I've sat here with my hands like
You did so
calmly
well.
this entire time. Like I didn't knock anything over.
No.
I got distracted by your plugins once. I feel like I've done a good job. So
You did a great job.
just a moment to get out of my
And-
system.
And the man doesn't even have any headphones in.
I'm good.
And he actually talked into the mic the entire time.
Holy shit.
So I don't know if I did a good job or my producer did a good job producing this, which is me.
I'd give him a raise.
All right, well, yeah, he deserves one.
Yep.
$0.
Here comes your 90-day review. You passed, champ.
I haven't been doing it 90 days. I've been only doing this for roughly 60 days, 70 days.
Not bad. What is this, your 20th podcast, something like that? Or?
19.
Nice.
19.
19. We're
Mhm.
legal now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can fuck my podcast now.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, like, you ever seen Bad Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I told my cousin, though, because he was doing an impression of Droopy Dog, my cousin. And it was fucking pretty good. And I was laughing and I'm like, I only know how to do fucking Tracy Morgan and Harvey Keitel, because Jay Moore does those.
Right.
And he's like, Harvey who? And I'm like, fuck, you don't know who Harvey Keitel is? And he's like,
Christ.
No.
How young is this fucking kid?
he's like 22. Yeah. I mean, he's still shit. It's no excuse. Jack, it's no fucking excuse. But I told him, I'm like, have you seen Reservoir Dogs? And he's like, no. I'm like,
Really? He doesn't know The Wolf?
exactly. Well, that's Pulp Fiction.
That was Pulp
But
Fiction.
even that, like Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah, Reservoir Dogs was Mr. White, right? Yeah.
Joe, I don't know what you think you know, but you're wrong.
He's not a
He's
cop.
a good kid. He got shot in the gut.
Dude, it's so crazy how much a movie can change your song. Like, and you can tell who's seen Reservoir Dogs and who hasn't, because when Stuck in the Middle comes on with you, people who've seen Reservoir Dogs will give like a little inward cringe because they don't want their ear cut off. They don't want to get covered in gasoline.
Like that.
But other people are like, oh yeah, fucking Stuck in the Middle, great song. I'm like, no.
No.
This song was made for maniacs.
Yes.
You don't get it.
He was shot in the gut. Now we get fucking stuck in Harvey.
You got any Christopher Walken up there?
Yeah.
Like, you're talking to my buddy. You're talking to him all wrong.
I'm not that good at
talking to him again. I'll stab you in the face with a soldering iron.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Joe Dirt.
Yeah, but like Jay says, like the real Christopher Walken impression, you have to whisper.
Oh, it sounds so much more menacing.
It's true. It's really like that's what everybody's missing except for him. Where he's like, he was stuck. His watch was stuck in his ass.
In your father's ass. Your father came in
his father's ass. Like that. It's like he's so fucking right, and everybody always misses that fucking part.
You know, I don't think I could sit on a plane flight sitting next to Christopher Walken. I think I'd get too creeped out.
No, you'd have to go down.
Yeah. I'd have to go change my seat or something. Or like,
look at you.
You're flying solo and you get sat down in between Steve Buscemi and Christopher Walken. Oh man, something bad's gonna happen.
I don't tip.
What do you mean you don't tip? Throwing a dolly, you fucking scumbag.
Exactly.
Another Reservoir
Throw some
Dog
water on your
classic.
face. Try to relax. Fucking Harvey. In Copland, Harvey was the fucking man in that.
I don't think I saw Copland.
You have to see Copland. Copland was pretty good.
Oh,
Sylvester Stallone.
Should I text myself Copland?
I think you should. Stallone, De Niro, Ray Liotta, Harvey Keitel.
How have I not seen this fucking movie?
I don't know, because it was fucking great. Where Harvey Keitel is a crooked cop. You came in here with the plan of a little boy, and you wrote it down the back of a matchbook. The fucking best. And Bad Lieutenant was just fucking. I told my cousin, I'm like, dude, you gotta watch Bad Lieutenant, but like he's a good soul. I don't want him to watch it. That fucking movie is so fucking. He's such a bad human being in that movie. He says the N-word in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, this is fucking weird.
Daryl Strawberry.
Well, I just texted myself Copland, so it brought the whole like texting myself thread back up to the top.
Oh, good.
And like I'm looking at it, it's got names that probably mean something, and like a couple of different websites. I don't know. Like this is just causing a lot of confusion for me right now.
So you
like,
remember
what the fuck is Andrew Bird? I don't know whether
What?
I don't know whether or not it's like
that sounds made up.
like an artist or like a fucking author. Or, I don't know.
That sounds like a very made up name. Andrew Bird. Me and Greg made up a character on our
Drew Bird.
me and Greg made up a character on our last podcast because we were talking about gay marriage, and we were just talking about it, and we thought it was strange how gay marriage, or the big hitch up for a lot of people with gay marriage, is that like it diminishes the idea of marriage itself.
Right.
Like marriage between man and a fucking woman, like that kind of thing.
Marriage is God's domain.
And it's like you do like we came up with this fucking crossroads where like you realize that like it's actually more necessary to have the town clerk than it is to have a priest for a wedding. And we're like, oh shit, you're right. Like if you have a priest and no town clerk, you're not married.
No.
Like you might be in the eyes of God.
Married
But,
in the eyes of God.
yeah, like and if that's what's important to you, then fucking God bless. But it's one of those things where we came up with this character, Ruth, who was the town clerk, who was just so upset because that's all she does is give out marriage licenses and doesn't have one. And he said she gives it out begrudgingly. And I said that should be her fucking name, is Ruth Begrudgingly.
Ruth Begrudgingly.
What a great name
Hell yeah.
For a miserable old hag.
Oh, you know exactly what you're getting into. Oh, we got to go get our license.
A little name tag that
Time
says
clerk
Ruth.
Ruth begrudgingly.
It just says Ruth B.
Man, I feel like there's gonna be some hardship associated with getting this. It's like she just doesn't want to.
Yeah, we basically just like, yeah, she's not gonna have any fucking flowers for you. She's just gonna go down there and be like, here's your fucking slap.
Have a happy fucking marriage.
Yeah, and she'll curse just like that. And she's been doing it for 35 years.
Right.
We made it up, so fuck it. We can say whatever we want.
Hell yeah. The Ruth's a bitch.
Ruth Miss begrudgingly. Like,
Miss begrudgingly.
her father was begrudgingly. Her grandfather was
Mr.
begrudgingly. Just a bunch of miserable fucks.
Yeah. Sounds terrible.
Well, Tony, I think we done did it.
What's our timestamp at?
I think we started around 6 and it's 7:43.
Holy shit.
Holy moly. Did I tell you it would be easy or what?
Bullshit got stacked high in this room. We have to dig our way out.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming on, Tony.
Well, thank you for having me, John.
Open invite. You can come back anytime you want.
Nice.
And
Glad to hear it.
And are you putting, I need an official. Are you putting your stamp on the Get Scott Up Here campaign?
Oh, fuck yeah. I'll fix my seal to that.
And I want him, if he's coming back, you're coming back. Or if he's coming on, you're coming back.
I could do a 3-way with you and Scott.
Yeah. That'd be a 4-way.
Yeah.
With the fucking producer don't get to talk. All right. Say goodbye to the audience.
All right. Goodbye, audience.